Namaste, this is Jayopur Dr. Vishal Saxena, Associate Professor in Mathematics, Jayoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University, Jaipur. Today I am going to discuss a very important session of the elementary mathematics. The session is the intersection of the intersecting point of the two straight lines. This session is a part of the course Elementary Mathematics under the program of BSc Honours Agriculture first semester and BSc Integrated BSc Agriculture of the first semester. And in the today's session we will just find out that what is meaning of the straight line intersection and when they will intersect and how can we find the point of intersection of two straight lines, because as all we know that elementary mathematics or the mathematics is a very important subject and useful as to study the other various subjects also and various other courses, because it is the foundation part of like the various courses of the other fields also, other subjects. And in this part of agriculture, just the elementary mathematics is a very useful subject because the different research and the different concept of the agriculture are also based on the derivations of the mathematical parts and in the various other parts of the other subjects of agriculture, and as well as the other concepts for the various other subjects like computer science or the other subjects, physics or the pharmacy and the paramedical courses and physiotherapy courses. The subject of elementary mathematics is very useful and their concepts will be used. So in the part of the today's session, that is the intersection of the two straight lines. As all we know that the straight lines when intersect, then there will be a one intersecting point formed, and how can we find this intersecting point? So various methods are there by which we can find the intersecting points of the two straight lines and the more than two straight lines. To find the straight line intersecting point, we have to apply the method of solving the equations. Equations may be 2 or 3 or 4, but if the equations just have the same terms, suppose two equations are having the same terms in the form of like x and y and the constant term, then the equations will be only one equation there, and it means both two, if there are two equations and having the same terms, then it means the two lines will overlap to one another, and it means there will be infinite points, and in that way we can calculate, we can find also the infinite intersecting points by assumption of taking one value of x, means we take the values of x and then we will put the value of x and find the value of y by that one. So if the two straight lines overlap, then infinite points can be assumed and we can also find that. But just if the two straight lines are not overlapping to one another, then one intersecting point will be formed, and in today's session we see that how can we determine that point. And for this we are taking some slides today. So if the two straight lines are not parallel, means what is parallel condition? If the two straight lines are parallel, then just like the term of the two equations, like the term of x or the y or the term of constant term will be proportional. If these terms are proportional, like suppose the two equations are given by a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal to 0, and the second equation is given by like a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0. So there are two equations in terms of a1 b1 c1 and like a2 b2 c2. These are the terms and xy is the variable point there. So if these two equations means if the two straight lines are parallel to each other, then definitely these terms like a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 is equal to c1 upon c2. So it means these terms are proportional to each other, and in this case if the lines are parallel, then the lines will not intersect each other, and in this case the intersecting point will not exist for the straight lines. But if the straight lines are not parallel, then the lines will intersect each other, and we can determine the intersecting point. So intersecting point means when the straight lines just intersect, then the intersecting point will be called the unique solution of the equation. So in the unique solution, the two equations or the three equations or more equations will intersect at a single point, and the coordinates of that single point is known as the unique solution. And if the lines are like we can say just overlap to one another, then in that case the equation will have infinite solution. And now we discuss about one example. In this example, the question is that of finding the intersecting point of the straight lines. So we are given that the two straight lines and we have to ask for the determination of the intersecting point. So the two straight lines are given by x minus 5y plus 17 equal to 0 and 2x plus y plus 1 equal to 0. So these are the two straight lines, and when we solve these two straight lines, we will get the intersecting point of that one. The solution of the two straight lines can be done by many different mathematical methods, like one of the method is graphical method also there. Just we can draw the two straight lines as that on the graph paper. The two straight lines are, the two equations are given that, and we can just plot them. We can draw them on the graph paper, and on the graph paper if we draw these two lines, then the intersecting point will be called the intersecting point will be obtained by the the intersection of two lines, and we can find the solution. And analytically just we can solve the two equations by again another method. One of the method which is a very common method, that is called the substitution method. We can find the value of one variable. Suppose x can be determined by the first equation, and then we put this value of x from the first equation to another equation, means second equation, and when we put in the second equation, then we can solve it for the variable y, and it means y can be obtained by this equation second by putting the value of x from first equation to second equation. When the value of y is obtained, then this value of y can be just replaced in either of the equation 1 or 2, and we can determine the value of x. So it means we can find the solution x comma y by the substitution method, or we can use another method like called cross multiplication method also there, and we can also solve by the elimination method. Means we make the two terms like we make the terms of either x or the term of y same in both equations. Suppose like for example in the equation 1, if we multiply equation 1 with 2, then the equation 1 reduces to like 2x minus 10y plus 34 equal to 0. It means the equation number 1 and equation number 2 will have the same terms of x. 2x and 2x, and then we can subtract the equation number 2 by equation number 1, and x will be cancelled out and y can be calculated. So in this way we can calculate the term of y, and then if y will be obtained, then we can put the value of y in any one of the equation to find the value of x. So here again we have solved these two equations, we can see there equation 2 is multiplied by 5. If we multiply equation 2 by 5, then we can see there the terms of y in both equations will become same. Like the first equation is having 5y, and the equation 2, if the equation number 2 is multiplied by 5, then we will get 5y there, and both equations will have the same term of 5y, and it is shown there. So the two equations are written there like x minus 5y plus 17 equal to 0, and 10x plus 5y plus 5 equal to 0, and then when we subtract the second equation by 1, and we can just here, because the two terms 5y and 5y are having the different terms, different signs, so if these are having different signs, so just we are not subtracting, we have to add these two equations, and when we add these two equations, then we will get 11x plus 22 equal to 0, and x becomes minus 2. And when we put the value of x in any one of the equation 1 or 2, then we can find the value of y. So here it is shown that putting the value of x equal to minus 2 in the equation number 1, and we can see there we will find the solution as it is obtained minus 2 minus 5y plus 17 equal to 0, and y becomes 3. So in this way the value of y is obtained there, and so the solution of two equations means x becomes minus 2 and y becomes 3 is obtained there. So the solution is obtained, and which is our objective of the question. So in this way we have today we have discussed about the intersection of the two straight lines, and what is meaning of the intersection of two straight lines, and when two straight lines intersect, then it means the solution of the two straight lines, that is called the unique solution. If the two straight lines do not intersect, if the two straight lines do not intersect, then it means the solution of the equations means if the lines are just overlapping, means one line is just above the second line, then there will be infinitely many solutions, and these can also be determined by taking the different values of x and correspondingly finding the values of y to these values of x. So in this way we can find out the solution, and one of the condition is that when the two lines are parallel to each other, if the two lines are parallel to each other, then it means the equations will not have the solution, because if the two lines are parallel, then they will not intersect, and if they will not intersect, it means the solution will not exist, and that is called the condition of no solution for the equation. So it means for the parallel lines, the equation will not exist, and students are advised to study this concept, to study this topic with concept, and take the numerical problems for all of these categories, like when the solution will exist, unique solution will exist, or infinitely many solution can exist, or the no solution condition can be applied for the different questions. So students are advised to take all the problems of all these three categories and to understand more in better way. So with this I am concluding my session. Thank you.